Hey everyone, this is Nikita and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I will solve some questions from the topic hydrogen and S-block elements, and one video which I've uploaded on Monday that was from IIT JEE Thermodynamics. I think I've solved very few questions from the chapter which I'll continue in the coming Monday, which is thermodynamics and thermochemistry itself. Okay, so that was all about it, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, share and subscribe. Smash that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new chemistry related video. First question is the product obtained as a result of reaction of nitrogen with CaC2 is. So you have to predict the product. So this is the first question and you have to tell the product among the reaction between CaC2 and nitrogen. So this basically forms calcium cyanamide, which is CaCN2 plus carbon. So this is calcium cyanamide, also called as, another name for this is nitroleum. Okay, so this was first question. So inorganic questions are basically theoretical or subjective questions. For few chapters like for hydrogen and S block or P block, you need to remember many things, many equations and reactions. Okay, next question. Ionic mobility of which of the following alkali metal ions is lowest and when aqueous solution of their salts are put under an electric field. So it's like putting more emphasis on the ionic mobility. Okay, so there are four alkali metal ions given to you, which is sodium, potassium, rubidium and lithium. So ionic mobility, you have to tell among the four elements given over here which ones is the lowest. Okay, so first I'll list down the elements given. This is the second question. Elements given is, okay, so I'll write it in like moving down the group: potassium, rubidium, cesium. Okay, this I have written in the order of while you move along a group, that is from top to bottom. So you have to tell the ionic mobility of which of the following alkali metal ions is lowest. Okay, so this is like moving along a group that is from top to bottom. So it is asking you about the ionic mobility of the alkali metal, which ones is the lowest. So if you know about ionic mobility, if you have an idea about it, obviously smaller the cation, more will more it will be hydrated, and hence less ionic mobility, राइट. सो ऑब्वियसली आपको ये जो एलिमेंट्स लिस्ट ऑफ मेटल्स दिए हुए हैं, एल्कली मेटल्स स्पेसिफिकली, सो यू हैव टू फर्स्ट प्रिडिक्ट दैट विच वन has the smallest size, that will be most hydrated, that will be the one which will be most surrounded by the water molecules, more hydrated, and hence the ionic mobility will be the least. That means there is given sodium, potassium, rubidium and lithium. So lithium, if you see, have a look at this. Obviously if you're moving from top to bottom, lithium is the one with the smallest size. Okay, that means it will be more easily hydrated, and then hence it will be having the less ionic mobility, with the point which I've written down here. That means lithium, which is D, is the correct option. Okay, so yeah, D will be the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following is present as an active ingredient in bleaching powder for bleaching action? So you have to, in organic chemistry, not in organic chemistry, basically in whole of chemistry, you should remember the symbol or the terms, how do you represent a certain compound. Okay, so it is asking you about an active ingredient in bleaching powder which is used for bleaching action. So the one which is present is Ca whole twice, which is called as calcium hypochlorite. And this is the active ingredient, right? That means D is the, no, not D, sorry, there's a mistake, right? A will be the correct option. So this will be the correct option, not this, yeah, because it's CaOCl whole twice. Okay, A. Now, next question. Which of the statements is false? So there are a few statements given over here which I'm going to read out one by one, and then you have to tell which among the following statements is false. Option A, Ca2 plus ions are important in blood clotting, which is correct. Ca2 plus ions are not important in maintaining the regular beating of heart. This is the incorrect one. Magnesium 2 plus ions are important in green parts of plants, which is correct. Magnesium 2 plus ions forms complex with ATP. So the second option, which is the Ca2 plus ions are not important in maintaining the regular beating of heart, is the incorrect one. That means B will be the incorrect option. Fourth, B. Okay. Question number 5. In context with beryllium, which one of the following statements is incorrect? Option A, it is rendered passive by nitric acid, which has the formula HNO3. It forms Be2C. Its salts rarely hydrolyze. Option D is its hydride is electron deficient and polymeric. So there are four options given over here, and then you have to tell which among them is the incorrect option, right? So as you have seen already, like you would have learned, it is mentioned nicely in NCERT also. Beryllium is the one which has some different behavior from the other group members. Okay, it basically is covalent in nature because of its very small size and high polarizing power. That's why it is easily hydrolyzed. That means the incorrect option is C. I'll write the equation. Barium 2 plus is covalent due to small size and hence easily hydrolyzed. The equation is obviously the reaction between beryllium chloride, which is BeCl2 plus water, gives BeOH whole twice plus HCl. I haven't balanced it. You can obviously balance it. This is just to show you the equation, the reaction which is taking place. So there is reaction between BeCl2 and water, which forms beryllium hydroxide plus HCl. So the option which is incorrect is the C option, which says its salts rarely hydrolyze. That means C is the incorrect option. Okay, sixth question. Question number 6. Which of the following statements about hydrogen is incorrect? So in this also you have to tell the option statement basically which is incorrect. Option A is hydrogen never acts as cation in ionic salts. This is the correct one, but it behaves as anion. Hydronium ion H3O plus exists freely in solution. Yeah, this is also correct. Dihydrogen does not act as reducing agent. It is incorrect one. Dihydrogen acts as reducing agent. Option D, hydrogen has 3 isotopes, of which tritium is most common. Okay, so option C is incorrect and option D also is incorrect. Hydrogen has 3 isotopes, that is correct, but protium is the most common one, okay, with the abundance of 99.98%. That means for 6, C and D will be the incorrect option. Now, 7th question. The structure of H2O2 is option A, planar. So this was asked in a very previous year ago, not previous year ago I should say, a very while ago, maybe 1990s or something, but I have kept this question in this discussion because I thought it's important, maybe asking about the structure of H2O2. Okay, so the structure of H2O2 is option A, planar, option B, non-planar, option C, spherical, option D, linear. Now, the option of the structure of H2O2 is basically an open book like structure. Remember that, it's very important. So how is its structure? It has open book like structure, and this is obviously non-planar. Okay, that means B will be the correct option. It has non-planar structure. Okay, so that was all about it in this video. And while you are revising hydrogen and S block elements or P block elements, which obviously are the questions I'll cover in the upcoming video after this, the one which I'll upload on next Friday. In the next Friday video, I'll be solving questions from P block elements part 1 and part 2. So in that chapter, you need to obviously remember certain anomalies which have certain elements which have anomalous behavior, certain equations, reactions. So keep that in mind. You can make a list and maybe note it down. Okay, so that was all about it. And if you have watched this video till the end and you like it, please give it a big fat thumbs up, show some love and support, and thank you for watching.